Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the Bladed Tech Show over here on youtube.com/thebladedtech show. I am your humble host, Austin Belzer. So I know, this one's late. I told you I was gonna, do a Ghostbusters react video how many days ago? Like Tuesday? The day the trailer came out. So, quick setup, I'm not gonna show any trailer stuff down here. I'll link to the trailer if I remember, but really you don't need to watch it, because I'll practically be spoiling everything in the trailer or kind of reacting to it. So I haven't made any notes, because I've watched it, I've examined it so many times, every single frame of the trailer, that I'm just like, I kind of know what I'm talking about. Kind of. I mean, I've watched that trailer 3-5 times. So I have a pretty good idea of what I'm talking about, at the very least. And I don't want to have copyright people come in. Because I've actually had that happen before on my Life is Strange videos. They're like, you can't use that song. But you know what? I did anyway. I just couldn't monetize it, even though Twitch didn't mute it. Okay. I'm not mad or anything. Not mad. Anyways, I'm gonna be reacting to the. I don't do this very often, but it's kind of something I've been wanting to do for a few weeks. Every time a new trailer comes out that everyone's talking about that's very controversial, or just something that happens that's very controversial, that extends to every facet of life, except for on the shell video games. We'll do that on Vertical Slice, alright? That's where that goes. youtube.com/theverticalslice, I think. But anyways, so this trailer starts off, it says 30 years later, and I'm like, okay, 30 years later, sounds pretty good, right? You're like, okay, maybe they're tying it back to the original Ghostbusters, even though everything they've stated up until this point has been, oh, it's a reboot, it's a reboot. And that's actually practically confirmed by something that happens later in the trailer, where they're like, Ecto 1's a Cadillac, and now you have the Ecto 2, which is weird. I mean, why do you need anything other than the Ecto 1? Really? But anyways, so I have some theories that I kind of want to lay out here about that 30 years ago, 4 heroes saved New York from ghosts or something like that. I have a theory that maybe this is a complete reboot. Now stay with me. What I mean by that is, I don't think that this is going to be a reboot in the sense that it exists within that same world, but a different reality, because there are some things that happen in the trailer that give me pause, and not just the bad bits, because there's a lot of bad bits in this trailer, literally and figuratively. So there's a scene later in the trailer where ghosts are walking around Times Center Square. I can't remember the name of it. But the hub of New York, basically. And when the ghosts are on screen, it's like 70s New York. 70s, 80s New York. Because you see this, there's something that I kept looking at when the big trapeze man keeps coming, the dude with the big legs comes along. You see a poster for Taxi Driver, which was a Robert De Niro film back in like the 70s, maybe 80s. Don't quote me on that. So I think that Kate McKinnon's, Leslie Jones, all the characters in here, as well as their actors, exist in kind of, to use a Flash term, Earth 2 situation. That the Ghostbusters, Egon, Vinkman, all those original people, exist in Earth Prime, that the ghosts live in. They live in that. Now, I know this is a lot to extract from that little tiny glimpse we got into the ghost world, which I do believe that's the ghost world. But I do think that there's going to be some shred of something where it's going to be like, oh yeah, we are connected to Ghostbusters 1, 2, and 3. Or maybe not 2 and 3, but at least number 1. Because, I mean, it wouldn't make any sense to show Taxi Driver or any of these popular 70s things and not, deliver on that. It wouldn't make any sense unless they're just trying to do pure nostalgia here, which is entirely possible. Second, just because it's coming to my mind, I want to talk about the gadgets. So there seemed to be something that I think is really cool in this, that there's a lot of new gadgets. Like, you see a kind of bear trap looking ghost trap, you see like a ghost punchy gauntlet thingy, you see all sorts of various gadgets and gizmos in this world, and I'm kind of digging that, because even though I don't like that you're having an all-female cast for basically nothing, I do like the fact that, they're trying to do something different, because, I mean, I always felt like that's what the problem with Ghostbusters was. It's just, oh, throw out this pack, you have this very specialized thing. You just had, like, it felt very closed off in that sense. They weren't really allowed to experiment. That said, I've only watched Ghostbusters 1. I'm sorry. Please don't yell at me in the comments. But, I mean, those gadgets are really cool in this one. Now, do they look gimmicky as all hell? Yeah. They look really gimmicky. Like, beyond gimmicky. Because they're punching ghosts, they're not hard light Green Lantern shit. Not what they are. They're hollow beings. That you can't punch something that's hollow. Anyways, my phone's going off like crazy over there. I don't know why. It's weird. Anyways, so yeah, those are the two things I picked out, like, mainly that I just want to get out. Everything else is more about the movie itself. I love the cast. I don't like the writing, because I love Leslie Jones. I love Kate McKinnon. I love all these people, except for Melissa McCarthy. She's kind of after SNL. She's kind of no, I haven't seen Spy. I know a lot of people are gonna mention that, because apparently she's really good in that. But I don't like Melissa McCarthy at all. I'm kind of growing tired of Kristen Wiig's kind of shtick, because she's kind of playing this same. She kind of defaults into the same role where she's like, "Oh my god, this like quirky," and I'm not into that. I like how she plays her SNL character. Just do that. But anyways, I think really I'll have to see another trailer. But for right now, I'm not convinced utterly that this is going to be a great movie. I mean, the movie's come out July 15th, I think. And so we've only got 4 months about to get a new trailer. Now, do I think they'll give us one in that tiny 4-month span? I don't think so. I think this is going to be practically the only trailer you get, and then you might get a extended preview or something. You might get something with another Paramount property movie coming out. Like, you might get something with Independence Day Resurgence. I think that's a Paramount thing, maybe. But you might get it with another Paramount film. But I highly doubt it. I think this is, they just want to say, here's Ghostbusters. There you go. And I like Paul Feig, but he's kind of growing tired on me. But anyways, what did you think about the trailer? Comment down in my nether regions to let me know what you thought, because I'm kind of more interested about what you guys think. I know I may have said some things that might have been wildly inaccurate, and when I see the movie on July 15th, I may change my opinion. Because I'm still going to see this movie. I still have a duty to kind of see this movie, even if it's bad. I mean, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is getting horrible reviews. Like 50s-ish reviews, and so is London Has Fallen. But I'm still going to go see those movies because I want to see those movies. Because I really liked Olympus Has Fallen, and it's like everyone says, it's like the poor man's Die Hard. Well, not poor man's, more like rich man's Die Hard, but you get my drift. And share this with all your friends if you would be so obliged, or even people you just know on Twitter or Facebook. Although I prefer Twitter because I can kind of be like, oh hey, people are sharing my link, cool. And then like this video if you liked it. Dislike if you did. I don't care either way. But anyways, I'll see you next time when I talk about my Blu-ray collection. Alright?